Hey guys, Iceman here, and there's been some leaks, some so-called leaks and stuff regarding Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters, and perhaps Godzilla vs. Kong. And of course, with King of the Monsters, we get to expect King Ghidorah to be the primary nemesis, and Rodan and Mothra, of course, will be involved as well. So we might get some epic shots with that. In fact, people who have seen some previewings of it claim that there are going to be an intense amount of monster fight scenes, especially compared to Godzilla 2014, which really seemed to lack in that area for the most part. Now, word on the street has it that there is going to be a post-credit scene in Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters. Now, a lot of folks are thinking it's going to tease Kong, like they're going to have some panning over to Skull Island or something. Maybe Kong's going to take notice to all the havoc going on around the world, especially after Godzilla collides with King Ghidorah. I imagine it's going to be the battle heard around the world, you know what I mean? And there's going to be Mothra and Rodan involved, obviously. Kong might see them flying around, who knows? But it very well could be a tease regarding Kong. But something that I'm wondering is this. The director now teased this oxygen destroyer device, the director for the upcoming Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters film, leading me to consider that this device might be in the sequel that he's directing, right? Because why else the hell would he tease it on his Twitter page? Now, this is the device that killed Godzilla in the original Godzilla film. And another thing about it is that it actually helped spawn Destroya, who's a freaking humongous kaiju monster, looking like a Balrog, probably one of the most powerful kaiju in the Godzilla worlds. So he actually killed the son of Godzilla, kicked his ass. It was pretty intense. But Destroya is no slouch, you know what I mean? But he spawned from the oxygen destroyer, man. So it makes me wonder, is it going to be a Destroya post-credit scene at the end of the film? Maybe there's going to be the oxygen destroyer device, and we're going to see the little crab-like things that Destroya initially spawned from. His earlier variations of his final form, there were these little nasty-ass crab-like things, man. And they just kept multiplying and growing, and they ultimately culminated into Destroya. So we might get something like that at the end of the Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters film. Another thing is Mechagodzilla. Now, the reason I'm going on about this is because it's also been confirmed in this film that there, in Godzilla vs. Kong anyway, that there is going to be a final battle where the two team up and fight a different monster. So I'm wondering if perhaps that other monster will be teased in Godzilla 2. You know, it's pretty safe to assume it could easily be a Kong tease at the end of the film, but there's another possibility as well, and that's why I'm pointing out these enemies that could be the primary enemy for Godzilla vs. Kong. And another one is Mechagodzilla. Now this is probably a stretch, man, but the thing is, in Ready Player One, Mechagodzilla actually had a role. The very recent film by Spielberg, and the model of Mechagodzilla looked pretty damn epic. And I was just wondering, for, like, say, marketing purposes, they decided to tease him a bit in Ready Player One, so then more people would maybe be drawn to the seats initially when they find out that he's going to be in Godzilla vs. Kong as the primary enemy. Now, all sorts of twists and turns could take place here when you try to theorize as to why Mechagodzilla would be the enemy. But I'm also wondering, can Monarch be trusted? And they might have something to do with all this, man. It's hard to say, though, at this point. But I will say this. This is a very interesting piece, as far as I see it so far. Some weird-ass article on the internet posted something about how the kaiju for the upcoming MonsterVerse films are going to be known as Titans, or also known as Titans, now in the universe. And I'm wondering, is Monarch going to leak this stuff out? The idea that these monsters are deemed as Titans. That changes things some. Because here's the definition of Titan, man. It is an extremely important person. The noun Titan comes from Greek mythology, in which the Titans were a race of gods. Today, a Titan is someone who is godlike, or powerful and influential in a certain field. So if the kaiju are now being considered Titans, it makes me wonder, what the hell is going on here? Are they to be seen as entities of worship, perhaps? Does Monarch want things to divulge into chaos? In which case they attempt to make their own kaiju in order to achieve their means. With the research of modern kaiju, they want to make one that they can actually control. In which case they make Mechagodzilla, to where he could be the bad guy. It could go in many different directions, just speculation here. But what do you guys think might be in the post-credit scene for Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters? Let me know in the comments. But what do you guys think might be in the post-credit scene in Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters? Are we going to have just Kong in there? Is it going to be Destroya, perhaps? Or Mechagodzilla? Or what do you think? Let me know in the comments section below. And like this damn video if you haven't yet. I'm the Iceman. More videos to come.